welcome to Mystery Unsolved,
Damn.
where we solve mystery.
Yes, where we
Solve
actually
mysteries?
we don't really solve
We
them. We just talk about
We might solve.
We might solve that. What if we solve
Is it
a
an
mystery?
unsolved mystery?
It is unsolved.
Oh, then we might solve it.
I don't think so.
Where did you hear of today's unsolved mystery?
Are you guys familiar with Marvel by any chance?
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
Do
Yes.
you know Loki?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
That's fun. I'm gonna show you
I've
a clip.
seen this
So I think that's when the first time I heard of this case, because it's hard to explain. I wanted to get to that at the end, and I will. But he kind of represented this criminal, like Loki became this criminal. You'll see. So that's when I'm like, oh, okay. And then I looked him up, and I was like, interesting story.
Well, hello, guys. This is Mystery Unsolved. Today, Louisa is going to be our host. She prepared with one unsolved mystery, but that we
Yes.
don't know yet.
You don't know it, of course. That's the.
When can
reveal.
we?
You can. Sure. I don't make the.
There's a mystery package in front of us.
Yes. Oh, that's a nice
So,
mystery package.
We're
It's
waiting to hear when
Yeah.
we can uncover.
Oh.
Yeah,
the-
no, it's fine. You can uncover it. You can look at it. It's mostly pictures and not a lot of text, because
Ooh.
You're going to be talking.
I'm gonna be talking a lot. But
All
I will,
right.
of course, please always react.
Could you introduce us
Yes.
to the case?
All right, picture this. It's November 24th, 1971, Thanksgiving Eve. Airports across the United States are packed with people traveling to be loved ones for the holiday. It's a crisp autumn day in Portland, Oregon, and a man is carrying a black suitcase. And he walks into the Portland International Airport. He's sharply dressed in a black suit, white shirt, and a thin black tie, quite business casual for the early 70s. He's got dark hair, neatly combed, and brown eyes. Eyewitnesses later describe him as clean-shaven, middle-aged, probably in his mid-40s. This man walks up to the Northwest Orient Airlines counter and buys a one-way ticket to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. It's called also SeaTac, so Seattle-Tacoma SeaTac, the airport. The price of the ticket is $20, and he pays in cash. It's a short flight, just 30 minutes. Like in the US, actually for me that was a surprise. Like you just go for 30 minutes with a plane. We don't do that here in Europe. But this ticket purchase would set the stage for one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in US history. And the name he gives is Dan Cooper. So, Cooper boards Northwest Orient Flight 305 and takes seat 18C at the back of the plane. Back then, seating wasn't assigned like today. Passengers often just picked their spot. So he just took a spot right in the back. Flight 305 is a Boeing... I don't know how to pronounce it. 727, so you can see a picture of the plane, and it has a unique feature that would prove critical to the story. It has a rear staircase that can be lowered mid-flight, so it's outside the plane.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, elaborate.
It's
What does it look like? Is it like at the back of the plane
At the
and
back
it
of the
just
plane?
unfolds
Yeah,
into
like-
open air?
yeah.
Oh,
Like
what
this.
the heck?
You guys can see it.
Ah.
Oh.
So it's like that.
But can it unfold while you're flying?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So it's it says mid-flight. It can be lowered mid-flight, so it's good for jumping out of the plane if you were to do that.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
I'm suspicious of what this guy is gonna do.
Okay, as the other passengers settle in, Cooper, our protagonist, orders a drink, bourbon and a 7-Up, and lights up a cigarette. Yes,
Because you were allowed
you
to.
could smoke on planes in the 1970s.
Damn.
In fact, the armrests even had like ashtrays built into them. So,
Oh,
yeah, Cooper.
fancy.
Yeah, very fancy, kind of cool. Cooper appears calm, relaxed even, as the plane goes down to the runway and takes off just after 2:50 p.m. So it's the afternoon. The flight is carrying 36 passengers and 6 crew members, including captains and first officer, flight attendants. 2 flight attendants will be important in the later, actually all of them, but they're all women. Florence Schaffner, Tina Mucklow, and Alice Hancock. I'll mention them later. So the weather is clear, the flight is smooth, nothing out of the ordinary, until Cooper makes his move.
Dun dun dun.
Shortly after takeoff, he hands a folded note to Florence Schaffner, one of the flight attendants, and Florence assumes it's just another businessman hitting on her, giving phone number. That was quite
What a
common
woman.
back in the day. so,
Really?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She doesn't even read it, just slips it into her purse. But Cooper leans in and whispers, "Miss, you'd better read that note. I have a bomb."
She's like, oh, this is not flirting.
I don't think he's flirting with
This is not what I expected.
Am I so bombastic?
Bombastic side eye. Criminal. Offensive side eye.
At this moment, the mood shifts completely. Of course, Florence, understandably shaken, opens the note. It's neatly printed in all capital letters. It reads something like, Miss, I have a bomb in my briefcase. I want you to sit next to me.
What? But wait, sorry.
Yeah?
If he it's written in it.
Yeah.
But then he also said it to her.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because he was like,
Ever.
yeah.
I have a bomb. And then she
'cause
reads,
she thought-
I have a bomb.
Yeah, because Cooper thought she would immediately read it and it would have like, I have a bomb.
Oh.
But she didn't. So Cooper was like, well, I think one way to let her know that she should read it is to. It's fine.
By the way,
yeah?
I don't know if you mentioned, but I don't know if you know, I've seen a few documentaries the past few weeks. In the 70s, it is very, very, very rare that they do. There's no security checks.
Oh yeah, because
So
it was before
planes get hijacked really, really easily. Super easily.
before 9/11, of course.
Yes,
Ah.
it happens mostly in America, but all over Asia as well. I've heard a few cases. I might prepare one of them.
Please.
Similar, but just to note, there is no security because who would think? But after a while, if they get these, we have a bomb, we have a knife. Why don't they do something about it? Because this is becoming really common in the 70s.
Yeah, then you
after
would
a
think
while
they would-
realized
Took
Yeah.
long enough.
it took them a very bad thing to actually get to that point. Yes, so he has a bomb, as he says. Cooper motions towards a seat beside him, and Florence sits next to him.
She
quietly-
does sit
yeah,
next to him.
she sits next to him, and she
She
quietly
still
asks.
thinks she's flirting.
Yeah, it's like bombs. Okay. She quietly asks to see the bomb, so she wants to see it, and Cooper agrees to show it to her. He opens his black briefcase just enough for her to glimpse the contents. Inside, she sees what looks like 8 red cylinders, 4 stacked on top of 4. They're wired together and connect to a large battery. To her, it looks exactly like a bomb.
How does she know what a bomb looks
I mean,
like?
I think
Fair enough.
yeah, but like it looks like dynamite, kind of. It has like a battery. Like if someone says I have a bomb and it kind of looks like
Yeah.
I would be like, maybe he does have a bomb.
Maybe he
Yeah.
does.
This
yeah.
could never slip this time and age.
No, not really. That's actually crazy that you could just do that back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Jesus. Now you have to I don't know, airport security.
Yeah,
You know,
but it's way better.
It's
Oh,
better,
my
but
goodness.
also it's just having to take off my shoes. Like, bruh, why do you have to take my shoes?
Because no, you only have to take off your shoes if
Is
it's
there-
below your ankle. If it's above
above.
your ankle.
Yeah,
If
but why?
you don't have because you can hide so many things there
It
that
cannot the detector. The detector can't.
especially if it's drugs. A lot of the times you go.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh.
I didn't say anything. No,
it's
I get
okay.
it. No, but it's good.
But I am also frustrated because I carry my boots with me.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the
Like you
time.
don't want to put that in your shoes.
My mom always has like hiking boots on, so there's metal on there.
Oh,
so
my gosh, you
every
have to take
time,
it off
every
and then
time they have to take it off.
Oh.
But they're also high, so now I understand why
Oh,
it's
so just
extra
Because they can't see what's
cautious.
under there.
Yeah.
You can build so many things in the fabric. They do it with suitcases. They put little like these. They're so smart. They are so smart. The people who try to smuggle,
Yeah.
they're really smart.
But honestly, I could put it in this as well. And it's not
Yeah.
high, anyways. So now it looks like a bomb, and Cooper calmly states his demands: $200,000 in cash, which was $1,500,000 back in. Like today, it would be $1,500,000. 4 parachutes, 2 front and 2 back, apparently, and the fuel truck waiting in Seattle to refuel the plane. Florence nods, takes a deep breath, and heads to the cockpit to inform the pilots. The captain contacts Northwest Orient's Operations Center in Minneapolis.
this is happening in the 30 minutes of the flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this is kind of in the beginning. Like it takes off and he pretty
Yeah.
much quickly. Yeah,
I have a
and
bomb.
Quickly
Come sit here.
escalates.
It feels like, those videos where like, because so many things are happening. He
Happening,
wants
yes.
money. He is asking for like,
Parachutes.
parachutes and everything.
and transport, right?
In transport in 30 minutes.
He planned it all out.
or did he? No, that's a question actually.
Oh. Okay.
I
He
don't know.
does
I mean,
look
he
like
do-
a person. Like if you look at the
Interesting.
photos, he looks very like a bad boy.
A bad boy. He did think of things. That's for sure. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't just But yeah.
Are these all sketches of him?
Yeah, those are sketches after the incident. And,
but this is different than this one.
Exactly, and I'm gonna actually I can already say which one is more. I think the most accurate one is. I think it's number 3. So
Number
it's
3?
like yeah.
But number 3 and 4 are really similar.
Yeah, so those, but yeah. But I do prefer
number 5.
Number 5 is
I
he's
like
old as
that
fuck.
one.
He's
Yeah,
old.
because that's the old version of him. That's
Yeah,
how he
he's-
can look today, I think.
If he's alive.
If he's alive. Well, we know we'll
We'll
get to this
find
soon.
out.
Or not. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, the captain tells it to some operation center. The hijacker's demands. Hijacker being Cooper. Meanwhile, Florence returns to Cooper, so one of the flight attendants, who reassures her, saying something along the lines of, "Don't worry, miss. Stay calm. We're not going to hurt anyone."
Who says that to who?
Cooper.
But I
I
have
don't
a
know
bomb
why
on
he
the...
says we. but
Yeah.
He's like, I'm more people. No,
We're
I
not
don't-
harming anybody, but I have a bomb on the airplane.
Yeah, but
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry.
it.
so
I'm not gonna detonate it. No worries.
Just calm down, miss.
Yeah, like come on, like where are you?
Wait, sorry, one question. If he wants a parachute, which means he wants to evacuate the plane, is he gonna bring the bomb with him? Or what the heck is he gonna leave the bomb there?
Makes sense.
What?
We'll find out, but
Oh, but it
think
it is something that you're
something
gonna
that
mention,
will
right?
be mentioned. If not,
Okay.
let's
That's
get
just
back to it.
weird.
But yeah,
I'm bringing my bomb.
Yeah, the bomb is with me for next time.
Souvenir.
You just see someone with a suitcase and a
Isn't it
parachute, like,
Kinda cool. So, despite the high stakes situation, Cooper remains composed and even polite. He's not loud or angry. He doesn't shout. In fact, he seems almost professional.
So he's not drawing attention to
Maybe
it.
he's a
Not really.
CIA agent or something.
Huh, interesting.
An ex-CIA agent.
Could
Yeah.
be.
He looks like one. He looks like one of those like top secret agents.
Interesting point.
Yes.
Interesting point.
Oh,
No,
good tip.
a little. At one point, he lights another cigarette and even offers to pay for his drink that he had, but he's
He's
chill.
polite.
Yeah, he's polite.
chill.
He's chill.
He just has a
Um,
bomb. He's
Yeah, he
chill.
just has a bomb. He's a chill guy. Meanwhile, the pilots inform the passengers that are on the plane there's a minor mechanical issue, and that requires them to circle the Seattle area for a bit. It's a lie, of course.
Wait, is it because they don't have the stuff for him yet?
And not, of course. you
Well,
have to
who
collect
is gonna have
200,000 in cash.
For him on the plane?
He needs it on the plane.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some money on the
Yeah.
plane. We're gonna print it out.
We got a
so
printer
they-
in the back, guys.
But does he think through that that's... but does he want it... because he wants a parachute. He wants that on the plane?
Yeah.
Who's gonna get him the money?
Someone is gonna get him the money.
But
'cause
how is it gonna get on the plane?
They're gonna land.
Oh, but okay.
They're gonna land, and
Okay.
then he gets.
But what
Okay,
does he
sorry,
need a parachute
sorry.
for then?
No, I don't know. Okay, sorry. No. We're
He
just
needs a parachute.
we're just
He needs
very
a parachute.
curious.
I'm so confused.
Yes.
We're just
So-
filled with questions.
No, that's good. That's how it. Yeah, I think it makes sense because there's a lot of weird things. So the passengers remain calm because they're unaware of what's really happening at the back of the plane. All right, so the flight 305 is circling Seattle, and the FBI is trying to meet Cooper's demands. They collect $200,000 in cash from Seattle First National Bank, choosing 10,000 20 bills. So you have 10,000 pieces of $20 bills, which weighs about 19 pounds, 8.5 kilograms. Like 8.5 kilograms
Whoa.
of cash. That's quite a lot of.
Yeah,
like,
that's
heavy.
quite heavy.
Yeah. And of course, each bill has a serial number, so it's
Why
can be
the
tracked.
20s?
I don't know why. I don't know why
But
they
I
chose
think
that.
they did the track, like they did it a lot of the times when people, I also heard that if they're like wanting money, like people who are either robbers or stealers who are demanding money, they give a specific amount of number, like from 10,100 to 10,200, and those numbered bills are the ones that are like coded, as you said. So they're doing it so they can
so they can
we
track
can
back
trace.
yes,
Exactly.
track and trace.
track and trace.
Ah,
So they are
that's
not
smart.
stupid, of course.
No,
That's very
no, because
smart.
I think they learned from their mistakes.
Yeah, I think at least after a few hijacks. For the parachutes, the FBI initially contacts the military, but Cooper doesn't want military issue equipment, so they just get some from like a random local skydiving school.
I wonder why? What is
See,
his
like,
reasoning
Yeah,
behind
why does
that?
he not want a military parachute?
Is it more No, it's not more
think that he
visible
wants
or
to
something,
die.
right?
Maybe, bro.
No, I don't
Honestly.
know.
But yeah, we don't know if he has experience to use parachutes. We don't know anything, but yeah.
Ah.
All right, so it's 5:30 p.m. now. So like I think like 2.5 hours after the. So
What?
They're
I'm
still
pretty sure
in
they
the-
were circling for like 2 hours.
A minor technical
Minor
issue,
technical
and
issue
you're
for 2
like
hours.
2 hours
Do they-
longer. Sorry, honey, I'm gonna be late. The flight has like
Yeah, but
the other
Thanksgiving.
passenger. Oh,
Do they have enough fuel?
I think they had just enough for that.
Okay.
That's actually a good point again, but I
Because
think
you know what I mean, like especially with the flights that are so short, they don't carry planes that have a lot of fuel or more than like there are these planes. Every plane that is going to each destination is a specific type of plane with a specific type of engine capacity or tank or whatever. And if it's a 30-minute flight, then I don't know if there's like a minimum of it, but that's interesting to see that they can be in the air for 2.5 hours. But probably it's a protocol to have like a bigger.
maybe they, but it's actually a good point, and maybe they're just lucky because I don't know what. I mean, I guess they would have landed anyways, but I don't know. Weird.
That's like 5 times more the amount of time they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long flight. I don't like.
Okay, it's been 2.5 hours.
And
What happens?
so the money and the parachutes are ready, and Flight 305 lands at SeaTac, its original destination. And Cooper instructs the pilots to park on a remote section of the runway, away from the terminal. And he insists that only one person should approach the plane with the money and equipment, so no more people, just one person.
Are the
should-
passengers allowed to go down?
He will let them go
Oh, okay.
after he checks the money. So there's
Oh, okay.
so the airline's operations manager comes and he changes out of his uniform and into civilian clothes so that he's not like Cooper doesn't think he's like law enforcement and he's like, oh, you guys are like, I don't know, trying to get me. So he's
so
in civilian clothes.
disguised law enforcement guy comes with the money.
No.
Or-
That's exactly what he doesn't want Cooper to think. So he's just he's a normal dude. He's from the air line. He's the operations manager, I think. Yes. So, but to ensure that he isn't mistaken for law enforcement, he changes out of his uniform and into civilian clothes. So he's in normal clothes. He's not like FBI or anything. So he delivers the cash and the parachutes to the aircraft. Cooper inspects the ransom, the money, counting the cash, and satisfied, he releases all 36 passengers and 2 of the flight attendants. Now that the passengers are safely off the plane, it's just Cooper and the 6 crew members remaining on board. Estina Mucklow is busy bringing the parachutes aboard. Florence Schaffner, one of the other flight attendants, asks Cooper if she can grab her purse, which is stored in a compartment right behind his seat. Cooper, still calm and collected, gives her the green light and says, "I won't bite you." Just like joking around, like, "I won't bite you, you can do it."
Roar.
Kind of interesting.
Okay.
And,
Interesting.
yeah.
Weird man.
And then Alice Hancock steps in, another flight attendant, and asks if the flight attendants can leave. And Cooper, still completely unfazed, replies, "Whatever you girls would like."
This guy's like delusional.
And so like, "Whatever you girls would like," yeah. So with that, both Hancock and Schaffner exit the plane, leaving Mucklow behind to deliver the final parachutes. Only one flight attendant.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wait, so they're leaving one flight attendant behind?
yes.
But that's
Yes.
kind of...
I don't know why.
that seems kind of... If I would be with my crew and they would all suddenly like be gone and leave me with someone with a bomb,
Not very. I mean, she could have
I
also
consider
left.
it.
Because
She could have left.
I think so. Good question, but I mean, she did say like whatever you girls would like. So I guess, but then Mucklow, so the remaining flight attendant, hands him the parachute, and she also offers him printed instructions on how to use it. And Cooper just glances at the papers and says, "I don't need them."
Okay.
So it's like, does he know-
Confident.
Yeah, he's very confident. Is he bluffing? Does he know how to use them? He's like, anyways.
Weird.
Yeah, not only the cockpit crew and the flight attendant Tina Mucklow and Cooper is on the board. So, yeah, one flight attendant and then like the captain,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. All right.
And without fueling, they.
I think now they're gonna fuel. Do they? They should. I'm
They
pretty
should,
sure
right?
they. Yeah.
They
So they
should.
have fuel. They have
Okay,
fuel.
they have
I'm
enough
sure.
fuel.
Like that. They don't. They focus on having fuel.
Okay.
Cooper has the money and he outlines his escape plan to the crew. He directs the pilots to fly south toward Mexico City, so south, at a
Of
low
course.
altitude, of course, at a low altitude of like 10,000 feet, I don't know how many meters that is. Let me check.
That is very low.
Like, very low, for sure.
Plus
3
one.
kilometers.
Oh.
That's very low,
Compared
I would
to
say.
the 10,000 meters that it should be.
It should be 10 kilometers, and it's
Yes, and it's
There
3
are 3
kilometers.
meters.
It's literally
3 kilometers.
1/3, less than one.
so quite low. And the landing gear should be down. So I'm guessing the landing gear being like the
The wheels,
The wheels,
that
yeah.
they land on.
yes, and most importantly, he demands the rear staircase to remain lowered during flight. A highly unusual and risky request. The pilots also protest, like they explain that it's safe to take off with the staircase deployed.
He's gonna jump out. I think that's where all my conclusions go, is that he's gonna jump out.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, why would
Why
he
would
ask?
he for a parachute?
Yeah.
Open the back like exit, please.
Please, just for fun, yeah.
Just for fun. I have a parachute, but
You guys are on the right track.
yay.
Cooper eventually agrees to retract the stairs for takeoff, but then once the plane is in the air, the stairs should be
Makes
lowered.
sense.
Yeah.
If
That
they would have been opened while they take off, then I feel like it would have like
Created the.
That would have been
created
very,
tension with the ground, and then it would just be
like blow up or some shit.
yeah. Catch fire.
Catch fire. So now it's 7:40 p.m. and the flight takes off again, heading south. Tina, so our flight attendant, stays with Cooper for a while, but eventually he sends her to the cockpit, so in the front, and telling her to close the curtain separating first class from coach. He warns the crew to stay in the cockpit and not interfere. So just be there, and he's alone there in the...
Oh, so
the
they
back.
separate his back part and then.
Yeah, he's just now alone, basically.
Okay, weird, dude.
There's
like,
no cameras or anything, any documentation
70s
of no, right? Yeah.
At 8:13 p.m., so like 33 minutes after they took off, a warning light in the cockpit indicates that the rear stairs have been deployed. The pilots feel the plane shift slightly, as though weight has been removed. Cooper, along with the cash, has vanished into the night.
That is
He jumped off.
that's
God.
crazy that they feel, because the plane is really heavy, and
Yeah.
like you would imagine one person like vanishing would not make that much of a difference. But
Wait, what season of year is this?
It's autumn.
Autumn.
It's in
so
end of November.
it's 7 p.m. That means it's dark outside.
Dark and cold.
He's stupid.
Dark and cold and
Dude
windy.
is dumb.
He's not very smart now, is he?
No.
Or is he? We don't know.
what was the kind of area he was flying over? Were there a lot of lights, or was it like a
it's-
natural heavy?
I think it was quite a natural habitat. It's
And it's even more dark. Like
America's
you don't even see where you're
huge.
going.
If you jump out of a plane, especially during the afternoon, it's dark. This guy is stupid, especially if he jumps out when there's no cities near.
But he's also
There's no
not-
natural light.
but also
no-
he's not stupid, because it's less easy to track him down if they were to like get a helicopter
Yeah,
or something.
Helicopter!
Would somebody want to track him down that easy? I don't know. In that time, it wasn't that fast that they.
But he must have had a plan to land specifically land somewhere, and like
must have, yeah.
Well,
It would have made sense to have like a plan, but he just, that's a question. Did he have a plan? Did he think this through? When did he jump? Why did he jump at that? I don't.
dumb dude.
Very dumb.
I think that's dumb. Like jumping out during cold and how do you know when, if you don't see anything or barely see anything, how do you know when to recruit your?
Good question. Like
no one knows.
He's stupid. Sorry.
Now
So
we're
they
just-
saw that he was not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's the aftermath. So this is all we know of the kind of from what just happened. So now the plane lands in Reno, Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Law enforcement surrounds it, but Cooper, of course, is nowhere to be found. Left behind are a black clip-on tie.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can see a picture of that. A mother-of-pearl tie clip. So tie
On
clip as well.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 of the 4 parachutes. The bomb, the money, and Cooper himself are gone. He took the bomb with him.
He did.
Which I don't think
Fucking
I don't
dick.
think it was an actual bomb, to be honest. I think he was bluffing about that.
Yeah, probably.
That's my
I'll
kind
take
of...
it for
But so
my
he
next
just, like-
invasion.
like for next time.
But so he jumped with 2 suitcases.
yeah, one
How
was like
did he-
8.5 kilograms, and the bomb was also probably not very light.
But how did he do that when he still needs to like pull the tab for the parachute and like steer the parachute. Like
He didn't think that through.
I also
Dude
think
is
so.
dumb.
Maybe he just wanted to die, but in a really weird way.
But he's never seen after that.
what the hell?
This dude is so dumb.
He was like, in how many years? In 50 years, students are gonna look back into my case and just be like, what?
Loser. You guys thought I was a loser? I did plastic surgery. You said there was this tide.
Yeah.
So I see that there were DNA on it.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do anything with it? Did they
I'm
test
sure
it?
they did. Let me check.
Did
DNA.
Because I know back then the DNA testing wasn't the strongest. So in the 70s it was
Yeah.
it's not the best.
Nothing was the best in the 70s, apparently.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. No, the music was good.
Yeah, music was good.
We can testify for that.
Oh, so actually in the late 1990s and early 2000s was the FBI extracted a partial DNA profile from the tie using advanced forensic techniques available at the time. So not
Okay.
in the 70s.
Okay, no, because it says here.
Yeah?
Oh no, yeah. Later provided. Okay.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they even try to track him down after the incident, or was it just like they did not have the materials to do that? So
No,
they
did.
only
They did.
so they did track him down.
Yeah, so the FBI launches
Tried.
one of the most extensive manhunts in history. So they were tracking him down for weeks. They combed through the dense forest of the Pacific Northwest, searching for any sign of Cooper or the ransom money. They interview hundreds of potential suspects, but the trail goes cold. So they're looking for him, cannot find him. Then, in 1980, a young boy is digging along the Columbia River, and he finds $5,800 in decayed $20 bills.
5,800.
Very specific. The
That's
serial
quite
numbers.
This dude died.
Yeah, well,
I
honestly.
think, like, honestly,
I think so as well, to be honest.
why would he leave that much money behind? Maybe he was like $200,000 is too much. Maybe I'll leave somebody for him.
I'll leave it for a lucky guy
Yeah.
on the beach.
For the little boy. And the serial numbers match the ransom money, so it was that.
It looked very distraught.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like
10 years?
10.
But it
Were
shouldn't look
they
like
in a
this.
9 years.
suitcase or what?
No, it was just laying there.
In the underground.
But then he
In the earth.
escaped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
in a way, the landing was successful.
you think so?
How far did they find the money? Or maybe it fell out of the suitcase.
Yeah, because it was like it could have totally fallen out.
Oh, dude.
I don't think it took. There's no way he survived. That's my
Okay,
theory,
but-
but yeah,
But this money was found at the beach?
it was Columbia River. So
Oh, river.
yeah, so the young boy is just digging along. So it was kind of buried a bit. I don't know how much he was digging.
So technically, if all of the money would have fallen out of the suitcase, only 5,000 something was recovered. The rest could have just been washed down the river.
Exactly, or anywhere, and if it was the money was maybe flying out of the, I don't know, then it could be so many other. But they didn't find any other money anywhere else.
Not along the river. Some people were just like, "Oh, look, a floating $20 bill."
dude is dumb.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah.
But
so
isn't it in the system either? So it's never found. The money never was found.
Only 5,000.
Only
so
5,000 in the
5,000,
dirt, but it never became a part of the system again.
oh,
You know,
I
he
don't
started
think
paying
so.
with it, and then
Oh no, I don't think he used it honestly.
I know that we're speculating that he,
Yeah.
but if he didn't, so if it gets back in the system,
Yes.
So did they check that or?
I don't think so. I think if he used the money, I mean, why? They asked why is he doing this? I think one of the flight attendants maybe asked him. I read something like this, and he was like, I don't have a grudge for your airline or anything. I just have a grudge. So he was in a really bad situation. Maybe he had to pay back some money. So it may have been, I don't know, maybe with the
Oh.
mafia or something, and then he had to pay that money straight to the mafia.
okay.
That's I don't know.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
that money went straight to the mafia, and maybe he.
Okay.
So this was, I don't think they ever found this
Okay.
money in any other. But yeah, that's
Okay.
a good question. Cooper buried the money. That's one theory there. Money was lost during the jump.
But Cooper buried the money is
Nah.
very unlikely. In 10 years, if the money falls down, natural causes will make it.
Yeah.
It won't be on the surface. So it will, rain, dust, wind will
10 years, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
10 years is
So much
so like
happening.
maybe he had to dig it up, but I still think that either it fell down or I don't know.
Yeah, now we're just moving on to theories. And of course, we can always go back to any points. Over the decades, of course, hundreds of theories and suspects have emerged, and some believe Cooper was an experienced skydiver who planned this heist very carefully. Others argue that he was just an amateur. And there was like, I think one guy, I think I put a picture of him, Richard McCoy, who was, I think, one of the best suspects for DB Cooper because he staged a similar hijacking just 5 months later after this. He was inspired by it or something. It just didn't match, like his age and appearance, it didn't match with. But so it's not a good suspect either because flight attendants told the FBI they don't look alike. In 2024, McCoy's children, so this guy's children, apparently said that they believed that he was DB Cooper because they found a parachute in their mother's storage shed. I don't know, like, bro, I don't think that makes any sense.
Wait, okay, so there, like a few years later, another guy hijacked.
Few months, just like in a
Months
after,
Okay.
like 5 months later.
Another
got-
guy hijacked a plane, and he.
Similarly to this, yeah.
But the flight attendants said he did not look similar to the DB Cooper.
Yeah,
But then later on, he got kids, and those kids found a parachute in his.
Yeah, that's it. Because he also did hijacking, but I don't know how this.
Did that guy get caught then?
Oh yeah, he did. That's when he was asked and like this picture was taken of him and stuff like that, and then they were like, "Does this look like DB Cooper to you?" And then they were like, "No." Like the stewardesses.
Yeah, he didn't really have any like face mask when he was boarding, so
No.
if they say it wasn't him, then
Yeah, they probably
would
recognized it.
remember.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times people, especially people who've been victims to any type of traumatic
Yeah.
experience.
It's engraved into their brain. Like,
It depends. No, but it
Or
depends.
sometimes they forget.
It depends because if it's a panicky situation, then they sometimes forget. Like, when it's your mind shielding it away from you, especially if it's like when the guy is also very violent or very like, I want this, I need this, I need. Then if they are frustrated, then a lot of the times the victims also forget how they looked because their mind is just blank. But I think because he was so calm, the people didn't really feel that stressed. At least to me, I would believe if
Mostly
the victims say that it
confused.
wasn't him, then it wasn't him.
yeah.
He's just I like the story, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like, yeah, I'm gonna copy it, but it was probably not him.
Or they were involved together.
Whoa.
Did they check the parachute, by the way?
The parachute that they found in
Yeah.
No, the FBI didn't do anything with it.
Oh.
What?
Because it was just happened recently, and they were like, I guess they don't care about it because it doesn't seem very logical.
Oh, okay.
But also, it was just
But nothing about this case seems logical.
That's true.
Yeah.
But in 2016, after 45 years, the FBI officially closed the case, so that's why they also don't really want to do anything with that.
Fair enough.
Yes, to this day we don't know who DB Cooper really was or what happened to him. So did he survive this jump and then just live a quiet life under a new identity, or did he perish in the wilderness and his remains are lost to time? DB Cooper didn't just hijack a plane, he hijacked our imaginations.
Wow.
I think he either freaking died,
Yeah,
but then where is his body? Where's
Yeah.
the parachute?
exactly.
if you-
Where is the briefcase? The bag with money? Where is all of that? That's something that is worth thinking about. If he didn't survive, where the frick is he? If he did survive, he probably went to Mexico. That's a lot of people escape to Mexico and America because there they don't it's a good escape plan, I guess. I don't know if there's some kind of law there or some kind of different thing that they do, but a lot of people go there.
True.
Why I keep
Yeah, but apparently, like the where he kind of jumped, it was. I mean, they did
Very
searches, but it was a very
dense.
very dense, very hard to
Yeah, I feel like
find it. Yeah,
I feel like
How
it
did he get out of
could-
there then? How did he have enough food? How did he have enough energy to get out? If it is a very dense place as well.
Oh,
I don't know,
that's why he
there's
died.
so many-
questions.
he died, so,
So
he
many
couldn't. That's why they
questions.
couldn't find his body. I
Question.
Maybe the
Questions.
bears ate him.
I have a question. Did
True.
he ever take this kind of flight before?
think. Oh,
So he
do
could
you
have
mean?
like,
Is his name in the database? Is he
Yeah.
a real person?
or also He could
Yeah,
have
so
also
many
his
people.
name
like,
isn't Dan Cooper, and he also the DB Cooper that happened. The reason why it became DB Cooper is just one reporter recorded the name Dan Cooper as DB Cooper, and then other media sources repeated this error, and then it just became
Ah.
DB Cooper, like the.
But is that his confirmed official name?
No?
Did they
No,
find
I don't think so.
anybody?
But
So it was a
I
fake.
think there was a guy named Dan Cooper,
Yeah.
but
Just
I
because a
got
lot of the times they
some.
go to the database to see, okay, who this Cooper was. Has he done these stuff before? Has this name been used anywhere else?
I mean, I hope they.
Well, you know, if
thought
he
of
would
this.
have planned it all out, maybe he took like multiple flights beforehand that also flew to Mexico
Uh-huh.
City, and then he
He just seems
Like,
very not
he
smart,
like from what we're hearing, he seems very
immature,
cool, calm,
not
collected,
prepared.
Oh, then there was a Lynn.
in the heat of the moment guy.
Yes.
Yeah, but at the same time he was kind of like calm. So
But that could either indicate he's just
he was.
insane, or or that he did have it all planned out,
Yeah,
or that he
For
just doesn't
me,
care.
I think he just didn't. I think he had
About
not
anything.
a lot to lose, and he was just like, maybe this is gonna work, maybe not. I'll
He's
just.
weird.
Yeah, but really weird, honestly.
But the jumping out in the dark,
In the dark,
cold,
cold-
he's stupid.
doesn't make sense. And like with parachutes,
Is the place where he jumped out? Is it placed to any community nearby?
no, it's a remote, heavily forested region near Ariel, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest.
But there's no village nearby.
I don't think so.
He basically jumped his own death.
Maybe-
How would you escape?
Maybe he just wanted an iconic, memorable.
Maybe,
He
like,
just
honestly,
wanted an
like,
icon
we-
and get.
death.
Yeah, honestly, this is the best way to kill yourself if you were to do it, because it's like bro, everyone is talking about you for years.
But why?
And we're like, oh my god, what happened to DB Cooper? It's crazy.
That's also he could have been calm then because he was already set on. You know, he was like, oh, it's such an odd case.
Yeah,
It's a weird
it's
one.
not just the case is odd. The person is odd. The whole circumstances.
Person
are odd.
is the case.
Yeah,
you got
but
the case.
no skeletal remains. Nothing found.
But that I get because it's such a dense. I feel like there's a lot of instances where no traces can be found in especially dense areas
Yeah, it
because
could-
there's just so many. You know, are there any wild animals that could have attacked him and eaten him?
Exactly.
Maybe
They don't
he's
even-
in like
a
some
bear ate
bear
him.
belly or something.
Yeah.
the bear
Sorry.
doesn't eat the bone.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
maybe some other animal does.
But if,
Only
if
hyenas,
they would eat,
as
but
far
if
as I
they
know.
would eat that, the skeleton, like, then there wouldn't be so many skeletal remains found so many years later after murders.
Yeah.
Then, if he didn't survive, I think that we would have found they would have found his skeletal body.
Yeah.
This is the remains.
Yeah, it could be that the water like took his body and it's like completely
Maybe.
disintegrated.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he was so dumb he didn't really see. Like,
erosion or what it's
Yeah.
called.
maybe he
Yeah.
fell in the water. Dude didn't know what to do. He fell unconscious and he suffocated. Suffocated, right?
Yeah,
Is that the one
That's
you
the
knew?
word. That's drowned. So
Drowned.
drowned.
Are there
Yeah, so
piranhas
drowned.
in the river?
What?
Piranhas?
Could be. Wait.
Honestly, they
And then
And
I
then
would
they probably-
understand why they didn't find him, because if it's also if the money was near the river,
it is
Mm.
suspicious. And the river can really wash away all evidence.
and how big the river is, that's also something that is.
Let me
If it's as big as the Danube,
If it's like a small stream or is it is
Well,
it
maybe a
Danube
river.
size.
It's
Is it-
about
is it a-
2,000 kilometers. That's a huge fucking river. I didn't
but
realize
like how broad
broad.
is the,
Um,
I
And
feel
it depends on where he jumps.
yeah, that's true. But
How
generally
deep is it? How
it starts small often.
1,200.
but- What? No way.
I think it's bigger than we. I don't think we're aware of the U.S.
Oh, then probably he died.
Like, okay, this isn't the best picture, but
Okay,
it's a broad
okay.
ass, big ass.
Okay, it's a
Yeah,
big
It's
ass.
not one of those little.
that's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
I think he might have fell. That's my theory. You
Yeah.
think he died. I also think he died and
Think
fell in the river and
makes
never
total
found
sense.
his remains.
Yeah.
And maybe nearby, that's why they found the money there, because it fell out either when he was falling down. Maybe the parachutes didn't open. That's why they never found the rest of the money. That's why they never heard of him again, and that's why they haven't found his remains.
That's what makes
Case
the most
closed.
sense. Okay, so we got it, guys. But yeah.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
Did they search? They probably could not even search the river for his body, right?
I don't think they
If he-
tried that, to be honest. Yeah.
So
But-
he
but
could
like-
have. He could just be laying there.
So they actually did not find his parachute. But there's still like, even in 2017, there are just like private investigators trying to figure it out, trying to solve it. So
If they didn't find his remains, then he's in the river, or he escaped, but then nobody saw him.
nobody ever.
Wow.
How? Yeah, like how do
He's
you live
just
a
a
quiet life?
caveman now.
Yeah, it could be, but
How
how
could
is that
they-
better than?
Did not need the money.
Yeah, like you don't need the money.
Was
now.
the media well informed about the case?
Oh, interesting question.
Because if it was also a thing in Mexico, then it would be hard to live after something like that. He couldn't live quietly. Because if people know his face, like this happened to so many serial killers when they saw, okay, this is the guy we're looking for, and they found him because people saw it in the newspaper.
Mhm.
Like, shoot,
That's the one.
that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw one of a really famous case from Richard Ramirez. He was a serial killer, and they found him with putting his face in the newspapers, and one person on a bus saw him, and they were like, yeah, he's that guy. And they all, as a community, gathered around him and waited for the police to come and took him.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Jinx.
asking. Like, was this also like a nationwide something? Because if like the photos, like this was released in Mexico as well, and in other states as well, then it would have been harder for him to live a normal life without people. I don't know.
It was very much reported immediately to the public.
Okay.
And also focusing on ensuring passenger safety. Yeah, the media widely reported the case. So it was in newspapers, radio, television. Dan Cooper, D.B. Cooper. But yeah, he became kind of like a pop culture, not an icon, but kind of like seeing that picture, everyone was like, oh yeah.
Pop culture.
Kind of like part of pop culture icon. Yeah, like because of how he was just kind of portrayed as this daring person. This, I mean, as we say, kind of crazy, but he does seem a bit.
What if he blackmailed the crew to tell the investigators that he looked like a different guy?
Ooh. But I feel like could be, but the crew would have been like,
Yeah, they get the money and they tell the police. He's not gonna find them. That's one person.
But
yeah, I would have.
That's a cool theory though.
But what
Yeah.
if he did have like connections? Some people suggested government.
He looks like a
involvement.
government person.
He
though.
does.
Interesting.
I feel
not a
like
theory.
something is missing here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something is
something
not being
not
solved.
adding
Some
up.
clue or something.
Yeah.
Ah, it's so annoying. There's no end to the story.
Yeah,
He
there's no.
died.
died.
I think he did. There's no way this dude survived in the pitch black dark.
Yeah, but he did know stuff about like at what altitude the plane should be going and the airspeed apparently, and
I don't know.
so
I
he
think
did know
that's just,
stuff.
I think that's just bull poop. Yeah, I can look it up. In a.
Yeah, you can look it up on
Yeah,
the
but
internet,
there is
but
no-
back in the day, you
Yeah, I can look it up through books, or maybe
Library.
he had
Books?
friends.
What are
Maybe
books?
he had friends that were plane like associated with planes.
But friends of. That's what. Did he have
No,
a
but-
family? Did he have friends?
Oh, like that. Oh, yeah.
It's like, bro.
But did they not have like a passport registration
No.
back then for?
I think no. Like
You would be
I don't
surprised
even
for how
know how-
little things you
like
needed.
kind of the same like with train. Today you can hop on a train. You don't need. Do you need passport? Maybe.
You do need
not really.
identification, but they rarely check.
Rarely checked.
Yeah.
So.
But there
What
is
the
of course cameras in a lot of train stations.
True.
And
This is
now
so
in
weird.
in some trains as well.
No family of his came out. No family.
That-
Huh?
I
That's
don't
also so weird. It's like those cases where, like there were so many mystery people, but this is somebody who's a middle-aged person. He
Yep.
either has a mom or somebody, or they died already.
Hmm.
Suspicious man.
Several individuals have claimed to be related to Cooper, but they just probably did it for attention. You know, like oh, I'm
Do it for clout.
Yeah, I do it for clout, exactly.
Oh my goodness, they have DNA of him, right?
Not good enough though. I think like
Not
from the
good
tie, it's not like because it was a clip-on. He didn't really like touch it that much. He was just like, and so it's not like good enough.
If they would have good enough DNA, they could go on those DNA websites where you can find your ancestry, and then they could find. And then they could find if he still has living relatives.
Yeah, but I think for that, I've done like my mom and my dad have done that, and you have to like.
But a lot of the times these DNAs,
yeah.
They're sometimes they use it for crimes, yeah.
And also,
and then that's how they get to find the person. Is that I know it's illegal now, I think.
Oh.
Or they have to have specific permission, but it would be so cool if they put it into the system and maybe find if he has like a third cousin or fourth cousin removed.
Yeah.
Like some.
Yeah. And then what do you do with that?
The other guy.
And then they could go back because trace his family tree. That's what they usually do with these cases. That's why I don't understand why, if they have DNA, they could so easily put it into the database because these family tree DNA things are so popular.
Advanced as well.
And not
now.
just but there's such a big chance that some of his distant relatives did it if he has any. He probably does have relatives.
He should have like everyone comes from like a mom. Get out of your
There's
mom's.
uncles, aunts, distant, like that's what I'm saying, like fourth, fifth, or sixth cousin removed should be able to be found. And they could like trace it back to the person. I wish.
But I'm also like, why did he do it? Like, besides, of course, like.
Yeah, but that's
for
something
money?
that we can never know. I think he didn't do it for the money. Either what you said, he had like some kind of fishy situation that he needed to pay somebody.
Yeah.
Or he just was lazy, didn't want to work, get some cheap money. He maybe knew how to jump out of a plane, got a parachute. But that's also, if he was not amateur, then he would have asked for a specific parachute from the Navy, which he didn't ask for.
But he could have just accepted the Navy one, but he was like, no, I don't want that. So that was also something specific he wanted. So that's also, he knew that maybe he can use that. So because if you really don't care,
that's a better parachute. Yeah, Navy ones are really good.
Yeah, but like if you don't want to. Like, if you don't care about if you're gonna die or not, like, you just want to go out, then why would you care about...
Maybe he wanted to die.
Yeah, but then why would you ask, like, no, I want that parachute. I want the one that's, like...
Not good, because then he could...
Yeah, but you can just not give a shit and use the bad one and just jump out and just not open it, you know? Like, why did he specify...
Because then they would find... I don't know.
Is the Navy one easier to recognize? Did they have, like, a limited amount of...
I don't even know.
Because, you know...
That's
if he has
true,
like
actually.
the parachute of the skydiving facility, then I feel like those are probably more mass produced. I don't even know, to be honest. But
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going in circles.
That's the key. That's what you can do when these cases like.
Yeah. There were really limited information from the dudes.
Okay, crazy theory.
Okay.
What if there was a second plane following them and he just landed on top of the second plane and just like threw some money in the air and then...
Could have been.
Wouldn't the pilot say something about it?
No, he was his pal. He was his...
Yeah,
he
pal.
Pal, they share the money. That's what 200,000 and not, you know, they could just share it. Yeah, the guy who helped him, or girl, maybe it was a girl pilot. No.
Do whatever you want, girl.
Yeah. Whatever you girls would like.
That would be like a crazy James Bond stunt, to be honest.
That would be kind of cool.
Jump from one plane onto another.
Wait, actually, let's look up some crazy theories about it. Like maybe there are some very stretched out ones that are like...
I know for sure that there's an episode from this.
What?
D.B. Cooper was a woman. There are also there are theories suggesting that Cooper may have been a woman, which would explain some aspects of the case that don't fit typical hijacking scenarios. For example, some believe that the hijacker's calmness and the ability to make quick decisions during the heist suggest a level of emotional detachment often associated with women in certain criminal profiles.
Very fucking sexist.
That is, but in a good way. No, there are theories that Cooper's physical description based on eyewitness accounts, could match a woman, though this is considered unlikely by many experts. Nah.
What the frick?
Cooper was an alien or time traveler.
In this photo, he does look like a
time traveler.
an alien.
An alien, but yeah. To the crazy theories, so you guys know Loki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna show you a clip. It kind of would explain this if we were to live in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which we don't.
He just vanished into another universe.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Loki's grandfather.
Wait. No, it's even better.
Oh what?
No, I mean,
Gay partner.
what? Wait.
I can't.
You guys haven't seen the Loki TV show, have you?
I have.
You
I think. Wait, which one do you mean?
The Loki TV show.
It's called Loki, right?
Loki. It came out in 2021.
Yeah, I have seen it.
Well, then you know it. You should know it. But
I
maybe you
know
didn't
it.
realize DB Cooper and stuff like. So now you're
No.
gonna connect it. I don't know how to show it to you.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What?
But it's
for
inaccurate
fun.
because of the light.
Yeah, it's that I didn't like that. Like, why is it light outside? Like, it should be
It
dark.
should be dark.
I don't know
That
why they
is
couldn't
number
focus
one.
on that.
Number two is why were there so many police cars outside of the plane when he
True.
landed?
But I
also
love it.
wasn't-
I love it.
I love
love
that.
it.
I love. This is the first
great.
time I got.
You were DV Cooper.
This guy, the actual guy,
Yeah.
he just got featured in one of the most iconic
Yeah,
series, you know?
exactly. So
Dude,
he did something nice. Like, I'm kind of inspired by him right now.
What? Girl!
Let's
Don't
go
jump on-
hijack a plane.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna be the next.
Be aware, guys. If
Cooper.
we'll be in the news soon.
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't us.
It wasn't us though. But yeah, a problem is we have too much family, too much past, too many identify. Also, it would be hard to get a bomb on a plane.
Shit.
Never say never.
Yeah, we can.
Say
Maybe we can figure it out. Plan it
DB
out.
Cooper style.
I love Loki as DB Cooper.
That's sick. I did not
But I
know
mean,
this.
yeah, you didn't. You were watching it and you didn't even. Yeah, but I was also like
The reference.
the reference, and now it makes sense.
Are there any other like really crazy theories other than he was a she?
He was a let's see. Oop, I actually licked the mic. I did not mean to do that. Oh my god, that's gonna be.
Eloise.
Someone's gonna get sick.
Oh my god.
The next time we should both start like this.
Let's be really close. Hello, guys.
Oh, okay.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Why are we singing?
Bro.
The
I'm
alphabet?
waiting for her to find a.
Okay, Cooper was a CIA test case or part of a secret program.
Yeah, that's what is also something that I would have thought. Like, what is his name? What is the movie's name? Oh
Loki.
my goodness, no, not Loki. What was the also like the
it-
CIA?
Yes, I know. I was thinking about this during our.
Kingsman.
Oh no!
Oh,
That's not what
wait, I
she
meant
thought.
another one.
It might have like it.
Kingsman.
Kingsman. It
What do you
sounds like
mean?
one of their mission. Like what if
Okay.
he was doing like a test route. Like, okay, there's a bomb there. Well, it wasn't real. He brought it with him. It's obviously not a real bomb. Or it detonated while he was in there.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god!
I feel like
That would have been so fun
someone
if
should
the
have
pressure-
noticed.
If the pressure or something had
could have been.
something happened or misfunctioned and that dude exploded with the bomb.
Oh my!
And they
god.
found the money because
To be
Oh,
fair,
yeah.
the money is pretty like torn up and burned.
so
Why is the money so? It looks like some of it has been burned because it's like dark.
ha ha ha.
Ah, that's interesting.
That would be
Yeah.
so dude fucking exploded in the air. And that's why we didn't find him.
That would have been kind of funny.
Dude is so
But
dumb.
no, it could have. No,
If you explode, you
just explode.
your bones don't stay in place. You'll Did
Yours-
they hear
Yeah,
something?
but I.
No.
You just disintegrate.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
depending on the
funny.
bombs.
That would be funny.
Wow,
Dude.
bombs sound pretty painful.
Well,
I wouldn't want to.
he brought it with
You
him.
know,
Yeah, but I
this,
don't think he.
this actually reminds me of a different case,
Mhm.
which was also not really uncovered, but in an area where there was a lot of like ice as well,
Mhm.
and it was along a hiking path.
Mhm.
They found a body when the ice started to melt. They found a
Ooh,
body,
Like it started melting in, and
and it was very,
ew.
very
good
there's
shape.
more of like it fell from somewhere high, so people were speculating some type of mafia just like
Whoa. Just dropped him in there or something.
yeah,
It's not a good way to go, but at least your body's preserved a bit.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how.
but
it
they were
looked.
not able to trace
Oh, so-
anything about this.
Oh.
Well, maybe I don't know if there are any updates, but I was like,
Mm.
imagine you're just hiking and you like
Find. Oh my god.
that's crazy.
Nah.
That's crazy.
But
nah.
so far, we have the theory that he was a CIA agent. He died and fell into the river. He exploded.
If the
and-
bomb was real,
Well,
I don't think it was.
yeah.
No, but,
Yeah, but it could.
it
It's
could
a
be, could- could've
possibility.
been, yeah,
And
exactly.
what else? What theories do we have? What did we come up with?
How
He
good was
survived
the
and
money?
He survived and yeah.
How good was the money tracing back then?
What do you mean? Like the money tracing, as in?
The
Like,
nu-
Could he?
checking the
Is there a
numbers.
way that he could have just been spending all this money
Oh,
and
yeah.
we would not have found
Good
out?
question. I don't think so. Honestly, I feel like
We would have found the money.
yeah, but at the same time, like
But I feel
if
like there are
someone gets
so
the
many
money, who
low.
cares?
But there's also so many low key. I don't know, organizations you could spend it to, like even like a street food vendor or something.
Yeah, you just give it to them, and they don't not check it or something. That's
But
true.
they're not gonna check it. But once it
It
comes,
gets in back to the. But does it always go back to the? Yeah,
it should. It's a system.
it's a system. It always goes back to.
I think it should. Has the money been found?
Yeah, it hasn't.
We
We know
Yeah, so they checked.
they check everywhere.
They could also tell the public to be aware of these numbers on your $20
Yeah,
bill.
who is gonna be like every single $20 bill? Like
I
but
don't know.
You know what? Yeah, some believe that Cooper either buried the money before he died or that it washed downstream after he parachuted out of the plane. But there are also competing theories about how the money ended up by the river. No other significant portions of the ransom money
Okay.
has been found.
Okay, then he didn't
Yeah.
survive it.
Yeah.
Dude died.
Maybe another theory. D.B. Cooper was a bank robber named John List.
I've heard that name before.
Oh, really? Cooper was actually John List, a notorious American murderer who killed his mother, wife, and his children before fleeing. He had a history of hiding from authorities and managed to evade capture for years before being apprehended. I'm guessing that's like being
Caught.
caught in 1989. The theory hinges on the idea that John List might have been desperate for money, having lived under an assumed identity. Some suggest that the fact that neither List nor Cooper's body was ever found is connected to their shared ability to evade authorities. There are supposed similarities in the physical descriptions of Cooper and John List, as well as the timing of John List's disappearance, which coincided with the hijacking. Okay, well, no, I don't think most experts dismiss this theory. So I think most theories are dismissed, and he probably just died.
Yeah, if he would have lived, he would have had to get from one place to another. He would have had to use the money some way or another, and because it was never found and never seen again,
Yeah.
the biggest possibility is that he died.
Yeah, Lily, do you think that as well?
I feel like he could have somehow still.
Yeah, you think so?
Would be nice. Honestly, I would love that.
Logically, yes, I think he died,
Mhm.
but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of cases where they somehow just find out ways to make it work that we could not even apprehend like this.
Mhm. Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
But-
He's an alien.
He just got his UFO.
He
But
doesn't
there were
really look like John
there-
List, by the way.
there were
Okay.
no roads near the area. It was seriously like
Think it wasn't
forest.
Yes.
Could he not have prepared something in the forest to like
Uh-huh.
escape or anything? I feel like I don't know. Maybe he just died.
Yeah, that's the easiest explanation, but of course it's not the most exciting one. The towns, so there was the towns of Vancouver and Kelso were kind of close, but like still 20 to 30 miles.
Vancouver.
But that's in
I In Canada.
Canada. Is there maybe another one?
Maybe.
Because it says, but maybe it's lying to me.
I'm confused. Wasn't he flying to Mexico City?
Yeah, he was. Oh, there is Vancouver and Washington.
Okay. But Washington is still
Again, what? But maybe they're because they
confusing.
confused. But it was because they started out in Seattle, so that's Vancouver.
Yeah, but that's still not close to. That's closer to Canada than to Mexico.
They started out in Seattle. And they
Where
were
is
going
the-
down, and they landed in Nevada. So they didn't go to Mexico. They were heading towards Mexico.
How did they even like arrange this? What did the crew tell everyone was happening?
What everyone?
Like
The passengers.
Passengers
no,
were
I mean
off already.
just the
Authorities or what?
yeah. Did they share his plan to like jump off?
I don't think so. I don't think they were sure that he would jump off. I mean,
It
the
was
parachutes would be pretty
Quite
telling, but yeah,
indicating that
I think all they knew is that there's a hijacker who wants money and 4 parachutes.
You would think maybe
Dude is
they would
weird.
deploy a plane after that plane,
Yeah,
you know?
but I guess they didn't want.
not a plane, but a helicopter.
That's
That would be easier to maneuver.
Yeah. Why did they not?
Why did they not do shit?
I
If
don't
they
know. It's
knew-
scared
that
that
he
he
would.
They had to arrange the money and the parachutes. So, like, you know, person with a brain would be like, maybe he's gonna jump out. And because it was dark, he would have not known or seen if he was being followed, really.
Why weren't able to the authorities weren't able to follow the plane or respond more effectively?
Skill issue.
Skill issue. I think that's what it says here, right there. Yeah, skill issue.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh. I was like, what?
Skill issue. I love that.
Skill issue.
He was just too quick. That's what it says.
What do you mean too quick?
Too
They
quick.
got 2.5 hours in the air.
Yeah, that's
To
but I think because he landed and then he told I don't think he told the
People where he
people
wants
that
to go
then
next.
now I want to also go up again, you know? Like
But it was quite obvious.
wouldn't it be obvious that he would want to
Parachutes?
escape as soon as possible as they had the money? Like,
yeah, they
weird,
were
dude. Not well organized.
Yeah, also-
Seriously.
yeah.
What? No. I just don't. It's like, come on, man. That could have been, at least they could have tried.
Yeah.
Or were there not enough sources to, in that time, like not enough?
Yeah, maybe and the radars and maybe Cooper was kind of like he was the one who was just saying like where to go and stuff. I don't know. They couldn't have traced him that quickly. I don't know. Also, that the fact that they were like going that low, maybe that would have been also very not safe for a
Risky
plane
to follow.
Yeah, risky.
But the
to follow.
plane also always has like can contact other airports, right? So they could have as soon as they
Now they can. I don't know if they
as
could.
soon as they
then.
felt some weight like being reduced
Yeah.
from they could have been like, okay, these are the coordinates.
But I
and
think
then-
that's
Yeah,
what they
didn't have
did.
this good
But
technology
I think
though.
they had coordinates. They definitely could have.
Yeah,
But that's still like from there, he could be in so many.
True. If you like
he could
fly.
fall.
Yeah. Maybe he's
It
in a tree
depends-
somewhere.
It depends where he lets go or what is
Landed,
it called?
yeah.
No, where in what
He deploys the parachute.
Yeah,
Yeah. Was it a type of parachute where you can steer the direction?
we shall.
Or
never
is it
know.
just like one where you fall so you don't like crash?
But
you
in
know
that
a lot
dark,
about parachutes. I didn't even
windy-
know there was
I say he is cancelled.
If you're watching this DB,
DB Cooper. This is a call to DB Cooper.
you suck.
Where's the sound effect? Boo! You suck.
Oh,
Boo! You suck!
the parachute Cooper used was not steerable. It could have allowed for a safe landing if he executed the jump properly.
I do not trust the executed to jump properly. I'm sorry, but
It would have been much harder to direct with precision. So
also when it's a dense area, it's dark. You won't be able to see if you
What?
land in a tree
Yeah.
or on the mountain peak. Or
That's what I mean by he's stupid.
conclusion.
Well,
He
we
died.
He
dead
died.
as fuck.
Or he exploded. I still believe it.
That would be kind of funny.
Hijacker.
That would be kind of
Just
funny. Imagine him being like, yes, I made it. My time machine worked. Oh my god, that would be so funny.
Honestly.
Dude thought he won.
Dude thought he had it all. Like finally, after hours of hijacking, I kind of feel sorry for him.
Oh what? Oh poor person. He jumped out because he wanted to.
I don't feel sorry.
Really?
He stole $200,000.
He didn't. He asked very nicely and he got it.
Oh my god. I feel like you would be the person who, like, if they find him, she would be the one who texts him, like,
Bust
I
him
love
out.
you so
Oh
much.
yeah, like
I believe
Fan
you're
letter.
innocent.
he's kind of old
Dear
now.
DB Cooper, I've heard all about your story.
Yeah, I researched
Love
you.
and
Don't lose
respected.
hope.
Don't lose hope. I'll get you out. I'll pay the money.
Should
to
we
get-
plan a hijack? I don't know.
Yes. So you don't feel remorse for
No.
him? Okay.
He's
Yeah.
dumb. Like, he literally jumped for his death. Dude in the dark. Oh my god, stop.
But
Honestly, at this point, if he did not die,
But he's a genius.
that's impressive.
that is impressive.
He either was the dumbest person or a genius that we didn't find him, or nobody.
If
One
he
of the two.
survived, he would probably still be dead by now. Like he was like in his 40s at that point. It's like it's been 50 years.
90.
Could be 90. I don't think so.
Hmm.
That's over the average lifespan. So, but he would be fucking old. I wouldn't hit him.
You what?
You wouldn't BJ.
I would be like, oh my god, I'm your friend girl, because they're like an old man, like, bruh.
BJ D.
So
DB Cooper.
What is his name?
DB Cooper.
Cooper.
No,
Dan
but
Cooper.
Dan. Okay, Dan Cooper's case will remain
Closed.
closed forever.
Forever and ever
Who
and
knows?
ever.
Like with other technologies and stuff.
Maybe we gave good ideas to people, like for the with the
FBI is gonna be
DNA.
like, yeah.
With the DNA.
Guys, sample his DNA.
That's
Run
Put
a
it
it. I'm
in
test.
sure you
Data.
haven't thought
Run
about
the
that.
diagnostics. We're gonna find out all about this. But I feel like he would have not given any insights to his potential family members.
Yeah.
He would have just been like, "Oh, honey, I'm going to Mexico City this week," and then she just sees him on the news or something.
Oh, true. But
Oh.
I don't.
But then
didn't
she
have a
would come
family.
forward.
Yeah, he definitely would.
But for now, everything remains
Unsolved. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any own theories,
Let us know.
Wee.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
case closed. Ice cream? Ice cream?
Is it ice cream?
Can
No,
we
it
get
looks
some?
like books.
Boring.